Welcome to the channel, welcome to Banter in the Box, episode 67. The boys are back in town. Yes, after we had girl power a couple of weeks ago, this week the boys are back in town. All of the game week 24 winners were boys and all of the game week 24 losers were girls. Excuse me. 3 managers going into the transfer market this week. One of them spending £5 million on an Oi Is Mine tactical gambit, which allowed them to purchase a player even though another manager has already selected him. And one of our managers, inspired by Norfolk and Chance FC's Angela Addis last week, went into the transfer market and became the second manager this season to spend £10 million on a benefit fraudster tactical gambit, which meant the player that they transferred in, they acquired all of the points that player had scored so far this season. But they, unlike Angela, doubled that up with a £5 million Oi Is Mine, which meant they could also purchase a player even though he belonged to another FFFL team, as well as getting the points he scored this season. So that was all your off the field action. In this week's Banter in the Box, we have got your game week 24 winners and losers. 4 winners, all boys, 4 losers, all girls. We also have the FFFL Cup second round review. Last weekend was the long awaited second round of the Family Fantasy Football League Cup. Those of you that watched last week will know that I predicted the results of the 8 matches. How many did I get right? We've also got a normal manager of the season update. So without further ado, the game week 24 winners take a bow. Ostrich Bar Stewards manager Steve Maloney climbed 2 places to 10th in the table. You have to go back to game week 12 for the last time that the Ostrich Bar Stewards were as high as 10th in the table. Take a bow also, Greece Lightning's Alexi Lagos, the defending champion by his high standards, having a disappointed season, slipped as low as 8th. Well, he's gone up another place this week to 5th. The highest he's been since game week 16, and he did it with a highest weekly total of 93 points. Take a bow also, Clockhouse Rangers manager, the great Uncle George Moody, climbed a massive 7 places this week. That's the highest he's been since game week 4. And George, ably assisted by his assistant manager, the great Auntie Jill, was that manager that played the benefit fraudster coupled with the Oi Is Mine, and that's why they jumped 7 places. And as we come to the tail end of February, George is in pole position to be February's manager of the month as well. And our final game week 24 winner, take a bow, Benny United manager Mark Benwell climbed 2 places to 6th this week. You have to go back to game week 15 for the last time Mark was as high as 6th. He did it with a personal highest weekly total of 94 points, and that was enough to register a first weekly win of the season for Mark. So they are your game week 24 winners. 1 manager of the season point to all of you guys. And now we come to the game week 24 losers. Hide your head in shame. I've got a life manager, Mops Hoxby, dropped 1 place to 18th in the table. You have to go back to game week 3 for the last time Mops was as low as 18th in the table. Hide your head in shame as well. Poppy's players manager, Sarah Simons, dropped a place down to 17th. Sarah hasn't been in the bottom half of the league since the opening week of the season. Hide your head in shame also, the Creed Bratton Society Mad Hatter, down 3 places to 8th. The Mad Hatter has not been as low as 8th since way back on the 8th of April last year, almost a year ago. I remember when the Mad Hatter used to be good at this Family Fantasy Football League, Lark. But the biggest Game Week 24 loser was a Game Week 23 winner last week. Hide your head in shame, the Appleys United's Marie Appley. Lowest scorer this week, just 12 points. She didn't drop a place, she stayed 25th, but only 12 points in a high-scoring game week. That's poor. They are your Game Week 24 losers, and where they had them, they all lost one manager of the season point. Now, the FFFL Cup second round, as I said, was last weekend. They were the ties that took place. Let's have a look at the scores for the seeded teams. There they are. Do any of those look like winning scores to you? Well, Napoli faced off against Chairman's Choice. I predicted a Chairman's Choice victory. Napoli scored 33. Chairman's Choice scored 37. That's one right. I'm going to mark these down. That's one that I got right. Sweet Foden Lion FC debut manager was facing Gobi Desert Canoe Club. It was 34 points to Sweet Foden Lion FC and 48 points to the Gobi Desert Canoe Club. So Chairman's Choice facing off against Gobi Desert Canoe Club in the quarterfinals. They are the two most experienced FFFL Cup managers. I think we jointly hold the record for the number of cup wins, 3 each. I think I slightly edge it on cup final appearances, but I'm pretty sure we've both won it 3 times, and that's more than anybody else. Greece Lightning, the defending league champions, came up against Sashamas FC. I had Sashamas FC just to narrowly edge this. Greece Lightning 44, Sashamas FC 25. It wasn't even close. Greece Lightning proving me wrong there. And he will face the winner of Juan Veron FC and Legends 23. I had this as Juan Veron just to edge it. Juan Veron FC 38. Legends 23. 35. So I was bang on with that prediction. They did just edge it. But debut manager Juan Veron FC march in to the quarterfinals, where he will face his best mate, Greece Lightning. And Greece Lightning is facing his second best mate, Juan Veron FC. The Mad Hatter told me to say that. Luck, by the way. Ostrich Bar Stewards came up against Finger in Row. I thought this would be a fairly easy win for the Ostrich Bar Stewards. They scored 42 points. Finger in Hoe Rangers 43. Major shock there. Finger in Hoe Rangers into the quarterfinals, and they faced the winner of Nicholas Anelka, Megan Hoxlade Chamberlain. I had this down as a shock, Nicholas Anelka win, and the score was Nicholas Anelka 29, Megan Hoxlade Chamberlain 26. So that's another one I got right. I got 4 out of 6 right. So Finger in Hoe Rangers, bottom half of the table, facing Nicholas Anelka, who are in the relegation zone. Oh, my word. One of those two is going to be in the semi-finals of the FFFL Cup. They'll be well happy with that. And Arden Diamonds 43. I had them to thrash Coldplay United. Coldplay United scored 13. No surprise there. And I had Hatch United down to thrash Linden's Lovelies. The score was Hatch United 40. Linden's Lovelies 19. No surprise there. What a huge quarter-final tie that is. Third placed Arden Diamonds, the number 1 rated manager in the Family Fantasy Football League, facing off against the current league leaders, Hatch United. So tie 1, me and Gobi Desert Canoe Club, father versus son. Tie 2, Greece Lightning playing Juan Veron FC, 2 old friends there. Tie 3 will be Finger in Hoe Rangers against Nicholas Anelka in a battle of the strugglers. And tie 4 sees brother-in-laws Homer Holmes and Neil Hatch going against one another. Those ties will be played on the first full Premier League fixture weekend in March. So, Who the fuck is that? This was your picture. It is a 2-point answer. 2 current Family Fantasy Football League managers pictured there. To get the points, you had to give me both managers. Only one manager had a go this week, and that was Benny United manager Mark Benwell, who never lets me down. And he thought that that was a picture of Lyndon's Lovely's manager Joe Hoxby and yours truly. I can tell you, Mark, that is an incorrect answer. So we're going to roll that over to next week, and it's now going to be worth 4 manager of the season points if you can tell me which 2 current FFFL managers are pictured there. Remember, you only get 1 guess per week. So the manager of the season table, this is the top half of it, because so many managers have got manager of the season points now, it's too big to fit on the screen, but this is the top half of the manager of the season table. Sarah Simons losing a point, so she dropped to joint 11th. Mops Hoxby lost a point, she dropped to joint 9th. Mark Benwell gained a point, so climbed to joint 2nd with his brother Neil. Megan Hoxby still way out in front, 10 points clear at the top of the manager of the season table. That is it for episode 67 of your Banter in the Box. Reminder that the 27th Family Fantasy Football League Presentation Awards takes place on Saturday the 4th of June at the Stadia of Legends 23 in Braintree, Essex. Have a good week, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.